Good evening. Welcome to Product Highlight. This evening I'm going to show you all different ways to use the Fresh as a Daisy bundle. I hope that you will definitely learn something. I'm Nancy Dodge from YB Stamp, and I am excited to be here. So let's dig in, shall we? Here's the product found on page 110, 111, Cheerful Daisies stamps in the annual catalog. I'm also going to show you the Fresh as a Daisy DSP, also found on pages 110 to 111. So here's the catalog, and here's some samples, the suite, the DSP. I am not using the embellishments, and then the dies and the stamps. So first off, I'm going to show you the designer series paper. Now, a bunch of the cards that I'm making tonight were cut from this piece of paper. All I did was cut here, then here, then here. You can kind of see the lines, and you just put that right on your trimmer. But there are also some other wonderful papers in here. I took this one, see the little hole? I'll show you what I did with that. And you can look at both sides. Most of the colors in these are either the in color 2023, 2025, or the new colors that were just brought in. I think this would make a great scrapbook page if you look at it this way. You can put some wonderful pictures on there. Nice bright green. That's it. All right, let's dig in. Hi, Steph. All right, the first thing I want to show you from these dies are all the different cutouts. Now, I did post this earlier in the week, but for those of you that missed it, I just want you to see all the different options that are in this die set. It's quite extensive. Here are some middles. These are great for cutting out stamped images. They're also good for using these detail pieces on them for each one. And a little branch. There we go. Look at all the different stuff you can do. And this is one piece. So you could use it as one piece, which I will show you in a little bit. Or you can use it cut a different. Hold on. All right, I'm going to put these away. I've already done most of the cutting so that you didn't have to sit here and watch me cut. Now, the first one I'm going to do, now that I've threw these on the floor, sorry about that. I'm just going to quick show you what you can do to add detail on these cutout pieces. I'm just going to do 3. There. All right. I think I lost a piece. Probably on the floor. I found it. So I'm going to take my Balmy Blue Stampin' Right marker. Stampin' Blend marker, excuse me. And this comes with, it's two-sided. There's a paintbrush on one end and a marker on the other. Now I'm just going to take these pieces and add just a little bit to the edges so that it pops when I put it on the white. So bear with me while I do this. So for those of you that saw my post earlier, it's National Ice Cream Day. I haven't eaten the ice cream yet. My daughter bought me some. It's in the freezer. I don't know what flavor it is. She knows what my favorites are, so I'm assuming that it's probably something good and that I will look forward to. So see, I'm just doing enough to make things pop once I push this on the white. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that ice cream since it's National Ice Cream Day. You gotta do it, right? What kind of flavors do you guys like? I know my husband, for some reason, all of a sudden likes blackberry. But for as long as I've known him, he always likes something with peanut butter in it. So I'm finding that entertaining. Just put some in here. I know it doesn't seem like much, but it's just enough to make things pop. Alright. It's pouring rain here. I don't know what it's like where you are, but we've had many inches of rain over the last couple of days. Alright. Now I'm going to use some of the multi-purpose glue. I'm going to pull out my silicone sheet. And I just put it in a different container because it comes out thinner, but it's the same glue. But then I don't end up with a big blob, which I like. Then I've got my piece here. Now I gotta pick it up without getting glue all over my fingers. Line it up. Whoop, I got a broken wing. Push it over there. Alright. Now I'm going to use Daffodil Delight and do the same thing on this piece. Just to give it a little pop. Now I could also color it in, which I may still do after I put it on if I change my mind. But I'm just trying to make things pop. Put some glue on. Flip it over. Put it in the middle. I'm going to quickly do the same thing on these. The smaller one should be easy because it doesn't have, it's a little sturdier because it's smaller. I hear a frog outside. I guess that's a sign of the brook being overflowed. So they're all coming up this way. I hope you all have had a chance to find something in the catalog in my online store for the spend $50, get a $5 coupon for products in August. Pull out my silicone sheet again. I love this little glue bottle. It makes things so much easier. All right, let's see. I think I'm just going to do 2. this one in yellow. Pop that on with the glue. Alright, now I have some balmy blue cardstock and some random DSP I found in my stash. I think it came from the storefront. And I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal. Hopefully I won't run out soon. I have another one standing by because I can see, can you see the red piece? That means it's coming. The end is near. I'm just going to put this on the front. I'm going to add dimensionals to these flowers. Just to give them an extra pop. I also pre-stamped a You Made My Day, which is in this stamp set. I'm going to mount it on some Daffodil Delight and add some dimensionals to make the back pop. And start putting it together. Yeah, I like the silicone mat because otherwise I get my splat mat here underneath all sticky. Alright. I'm just going to pop these on. And then I'll add some, let's see, what should I put on? I should have pulled out the bling ahead of time, but I didn't. I pulled it out for everything else, though. Let's see. I've used all my yellow. How about some of these? The blue ones, since everything else is so muted. All right. There we go. There's our first card. All right. The next card is, I have a whole pile here, and these are just cut from that one sheet of designer series paper. Bling, yep, bling stuff. Alright, the first one, I should just leave this up here so that you can see it. I've used this one and this one. And I'm just going to add some Stampin' Seal. This is the Moody Mauve on Balmy Blue. And remember that piece of DSP I showed you? I used the die to cut that out from that designer series paper. I'm going to put some on here. Stampin' Seal. Now it's being funky because it's getting to the end. But see how well the Stampin' Up! Designer series papers coordinate? This is the back. Just almost at the end. That red is getting brighter and brighter. All right. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of these. I think I'll use the mini dimensionals on the flower, so then I can get closer to the edge. One in the middle. And since I have these out, might as well use these for my banner. Take off the back. So these dimensionals are 6-sided, and they puff up. If you can see that it adds just a little extra dimension. I'm just going to pop that flower on, and this banner from the set, Oops-a-Daisy. Pop it right on there. And then for bling, I have the 2023-2025 in color. So I'm just going to add, I think I'll put blue on here. Stuck to my finger. All right, there's card number 2. Stick that aside. I'll show you them all at the end. So this next card, this piece also comes from right here. And I got some of the Pebbled Path paper and some Sahara sand. I just like the way they go together. I'm going to put this up just a bit. Make sure I did the right way. Yep. That red is getting closer and closer. As is the rain. I can hear it getting heavier and heavier. So these I stamped with, what color blue did I use? Now I don't remember. I thought I used Pool Party. Yeah, Pool Party. And then I cut them out with the die. And this is part of the set, Wishing You the Brightest Birthday. So I'm also going to use dimensionals on the back of these. A small, just do better on these flower petals. They also come in black, so when you're using dark cardstock, it's wonderful. I think I'm going to put this one flat because it's so big. I'll just add some Stamp and Seal to the back. Put my banner down first. Wishing you the brightest birthday. And I'm going to put this flower down. I'm going to put these on top, but they have the dimensionals on them, so they will pop. And I don't know if you can tell, but the outline of these flowers is the Pebble Path ink from the 2023-2025 in colors. Whoops, that goes this way. All right, and then we're going to use the same bling. I thought I would use it all the way through. So I could use the Pebble Path or the, I think I like the muteness of this. So I'm going to use the Pebble Path. Plus I like that these are nice and flat. They don't stick up as much, so that when you're mailing it you don't have to spend the extra money. So there's the second card. Alright, the next card, I had a hard time deciding. So I cut this piece. So this is the wild wheat and my banner. Quickly put this on. You made my day. So this piece comes from right here, from that same sheet. I will put my stamp and seal on that. And as I stamped and die cut all these flowers, I thought to myself that that was balmy blue. So I made all these balmy blue flowers. And then I said to myself, wait a second, that's not the right color. So I did them in the Azure Afternoon, and it matches better. But then my daughter said, gee, Mom, I kind of like both together. So I don't know, what do you think? Should I do a combination or should I do just the Azure Afternoon? Any thoughts? I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this, give you a chance to respond. So I like to think of this as a group effort. Put this down here. Both. Ann Lee says both. Stephanie says both. All right. Well, then that's what we're going to do. All right. I'm going to take some of the mini dimensionals and put those on some. And I will also put some flat. So there's, I want to make sure I do a combination and not have just one color high and one color low. So I'll put 3 high and 3 low. Boy, you can tell this is the end. It gets all sticky on the sides, and I like to clean it before I put the next one on, but I don't know if I'll get that far. We'll see. Alright, now I'm just going to randomly put these down and then put these others on top. Kind of give it a little extra. All right, one more. I don't know. I guess that's good. All right. I'm going to pull out my in color, and I think, I don't know, I like the blue, I guess. Blue it is. Put one down here, 2 up here. All right, there's our next card. Thank you for helping me. All right. Guess what I did? That's the backing. I have to put it on this. If I had a brain, I'd be dangerous. My day started very busy trying to get church organized. And then there was a tornado warning, so nobody showed up. There. So now that's our next card. That's better. Alright, this next one comes from this piece right here. And I did the Oops-a-Daisy in the wild wheat. And this is early espresso underneath. Espresso. Alright, this is definitely going to run out this card. See? Told you. Alright, so this is what you do. You just pull them apart. And if you look, you can see all the stickiness in here. That's what was all sticking. So I just pull it out with my finger. Roll it like, you know, the rubber cement we used to play with when we were kids. That's what it feels like. So I just kind of scrape it off as best I can. And then the refills come in these little packages. Just pop it out. And it's ready to, oh, I put it right on my sticky. All you do is line that up with these two pieces here in the bottom. Plug the top back on. Move this forward just a little bit with your finger. And you're ready to roll. Literally. Alright, so this is wild wheat and early espresso. Now I made this really thin, just enough to make it pop. See how much easier this is rolling now? It's happy. Okay, make sure you open your card the correct way. There's nothing worse than going and doing all that work and then finding out that the card is upside down. Alright, I'm going to put these little flowers away. Toss that. And I thought this was really pretty just the way it was. So I didn't think it needed anything other than a little bling and a banner. So that's what I did. I'm just going to put it right in the middle. Nice card for to tell someone you're sorry. And now let's see. I don't know if I like those colors with it. What else could I put in? Let's see. How about these gold? That would look pretty. These are the red and green adhesive back pearls. But these are gold. I think I'll put one right on the banner. There. There's our next card. And remember, this is all just from this one sheet of paper. So the next one I'm doing is this piece right here. So I cut it out along with some, this is Bubble Bath, and this is Shaded Spruce. Wishing you the brightest birthday. I pre-stamped that. Ready for a banner. And this too I also thought was really pretty. So, you know, it spoke to me just the way it was. So I didn't feel I needed to add any more daisies to it. You know, at first I did not like this set because I thought, oh, look at all the darker colors. But you know what? The more I played with it, the more I liked it. It's amazing. Put this on here. use the shiny, yellow shiny things. Oh. Alright. And I'm going to do that this way. I think that's the way I wanted it. Yes. Because it's too wide the other way. And then I'm going to add dimensionals to this. Peel off the backs. And I'm just going to stick it like that. And I'll use the yellow ones on here. How's that? Alright. There's our next card. It's never ending, isn't it? This is all from this one sheet of paper. I'm dropping cards now. So the same with these. Just whip them together, cut them up. You didn't put in a lot of effort, but it looks like you did. So I'm putting this on a piece of Azure Afternoon and then mounting it on the copper clay. So the Azure Afternoon is into the regular lineup, and the copper clay is in the 2023-2025 in colors. So I've had a band of birthdays that I've had to make cards for recently, so I needed to restock birthday cards. So that's why a lot of them are wishing you brightest birthdays. Alright, add some dimensionals. Let's see. I don't know why I always like the right. I just do. Alright, and we'll put the blue on. I think I'm going to put that right in the middle of the flower. Why not, right? Alright. Here's the next one. See the little shiny centers? Now this one had me stumped. I thought it was really pretty, but I was stumped. So I pulled out this wild wheat and the Tahitian tide, because that's the undertone here. So I'll put these together. But unlike the other daisies, this one didn't seem to be finished for me. So I mount these. I took that funny looking branch die and I took some Tahitian tide cardstock and I put the adhesive sheet on the back and cut it so that these would stick. And I was afraid to pull it apart because it was taking the backing off and I didn't want it to stick to everything. So let's just try to pull this off gently. Let's see, all the pieces are coming off just as I had planned. But the adhesive sticker sheets are great because it turns any die into a sticker. Isn't that neat? So I thought I would just, oh, it looks stuck to me. I'm just going to arrange these. I think I have 3 of them. And You Made My Day banner. And I stamped it in the Tahitian Tide. And then, you know, just like me, I'm going to put that right there. But let me get these pieces off first. They come off pretty easy, but as I was trying to pull it apart, it really wanted to take the backing off as I was doing it. And I said, no, no, no. They'll all be stuck together before I can do that. But the good thing is if you accidentally rip something, it's got the sticker backing and you can just kind of mend it like a puzzle. All right, last one. Of course, this one's not, oh, there we go. But they're very delicate and really pretty. And so many dies are small, so it makes it so much easier using this sticker background. All right, just trying to make it. There we go. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back here. So that one took a little bit longer. I just felt it needed a little something extra. Even though that was pretty, it just wanted something, a little pop. I get that crooked a little bit. That's all right, it's handmade. Whoever gets it is going to be thrilled, right? All right. And again, I don't like those pieces that I pulled out. I don't know, let me think on that bling. I'll stick that aside. Alright, here are the last of the cutout pieces from this sheet. There's this one and this one. And then, remember the yellow sheets, the dies that I cut? So I did two different ones, and I want you guys to let me know which one you like better. So the first one, I just used the detailed stamps and stamp on the die cut already cut. And the reason that I did it once it was already cut is because you don't know where these go unless you stamp it right on that die. And then the second one here, I took these little sponge daubers and stuck it in the ink, and then just used the shaded spruce and what color did I use here? Hold on, I'll tell you. Crushed curry. And then I think this is early espresso. So you tell me, I'll put these pieces together, and you tell me if you like the detailed stamped one or if you like the sponge dauber one. So I just stamped on Your Friendship Means Everything, and I used some hexagon dies that I have, and I'm going to just put these on with Stampin' Seal. So this card is different, it opens this way. And the green. Nice, bright, cheery colors. So which one did you like better? The stamped one or the sponge dauber one? No comment from the peanut gallery. That's alright. I'll go with the detailed one then. And I'm going to use the mini dimensionals because, like I said earlier, it's easier to put these on these small petals. Have to be a little more precise with these because these petals are very thin. Can we see it on the card? There's one. I'll bring it a little closer. And then here's the other. So you're going to make me change my mind, are you? Alright. Put some of these on. Now I'm going to get my snips and I'm going to cut a little piece off to stick on these leaves here. So I really don't need much. I just want a little extra. So I'm going to cut that in half and hopefully it's small enough to stick right here. All right. Ah, don't stick on me. All right. Oh, might help if I take the other off, right? Stuck it down without taking the backs off. Whoops. The tricky part is not breaking this while I do it. All right. I'm going to add some dimensionals to this. I use the bigger one. Well, no, I better use the smaller ones because they're just a little bit different in height. I'm going to have all these little pieces all over me the rest of the night. Carol made it. Woohoo! She's probably drowning. Carol's up in Vermont. She's probably drowning in all that rain. All right, then we're going to put some of these on. Put that there. A couple up here. All right, there's our last DSP card. Now, I wanted to show you, I know I'm taking a long time, 4 inches today, wow. But I wanted to show you that this can go beyond this die set. So let's just say you have just the stamp set. So I've pulled out some cardstock and I want to stamp it in Fresh Freesia, Highland Heather, and Daffodil Delight. So this is going to be a card just with the stamps. I don't want you to feel like you have to invest in dies. The DSP is one way, as you saw, to just add to it. So I'm going to take these inks and I'm going to, now these flowers, I don't know if you can tell, so this one has the detail on it and this one's flatter, so it's two-step, but it's see-through. So I can take my fresh freesia and stamp it. And then I'm going to take the Highland Heather, ink it up, line it up as best I can. It can be tricky, but you know what? It's handmade. So it's okay if it doesn't line up completely. So see how it adds a little outline? And then I'm going to take the Daffodil Delight and stamp the center. Presto. Now I'm going to also do that with the smaller flowers. So I'll ink up the fresh freesia. Oop, I caught a little. Just going to quickly wipe that off before it ends up on my card. There. So I'll ink up. I could actually do a couple of these. And then the detail in the Highland Heather. And remember, if it doesn't line up exactly, don't sweat it. And then I have a little small one, whoops, for the Daffodil Delight. And I also have the half flower here. I'm going to do a couple of those. Now I could mask these off also, but I'm not going to do that's for another day. This is just to show you how easy it is to just stamp these out and make an awesome card. Put the little yellow tops on. There. Close it up. Half flower looks more like a cone flower. It does. Actually, it does. Alright. I'm going to attach this to my card front. Put some dimensionals on the back of this. Add some of the yellow bling. Alright, so there's a different one. So let's pull all these together. So here's the first one we did. Remember, we colored the edges just to add a little pop. I don't know if you can see it. See the blue and the yellow? And then we have all the cards that we did with just that one sheet of designer series paper. Trying to crowd them all in here. Look at that. Do you have a favorite? I like them all, actually. I don't know if I could pick a favorite. All right. Thank you very much for joining me this evening. I hope you learned something. I hope you were inspired, and I hope you're ready to create your own creations. I have a link on my website if you would like to go directly to see where it is in the catalog. I will be posting this also on my website so that you know more details instead of having to watch the live again. So next Sunday we have our kit night, either paper pumpkin or a kit, at 7 o'clock on Zoom. If you would like the link, please don't hesitate to let me know and I will get it to you. Until then, happy stamping.